because we do so many homes, we're meeting so many people and we're using color everywhere, I think both of us were on board for this, that we will keep our home neutral and we'll just keep it very low-key. So that when we come back and we've got so much of clutter of the day, we just sort of feel that calm. Usually what I've seen, your spare room becomes like a little bit of a junkyard. Whatever you don't need, you start stuffing it in there. So both of us consciously decided to rip open that wall and create a walk-in closet. Sort of inserted this center island, which has some drawers that takes care of our jewelry and my pieces that I love.
So I like to hang my clothes, my jackets and my shirts.
Beautiful. You stacked it very beautifully.
And
That's where you see
what I firmly believe is what you see, you will use.
Yeah.
So when you have small shells on top and the things stuffed inside, they never come out. This is specially designed. I love it. I'm very fond of watches. I'm very fond of my glasses. So I have this space designed especially for them only. We do have bulky pieces. They don't look bulky because our design philosophy is different. So everything is in the air. You'll notice there are no legs. The side tables, the units, the bed, you don't see any legs. There are no visible legs. So that's what makes it lighter.
While living here, we kind of renovated the house in between. And if you do a POP ceiling while staying, it just
Very difficult.
it's
Very messy.
very messy, and both of us came up with this idea that we want to hang our lights. So let's just do a ceiling which is slanting.
Having both of you as designers, was it an easy concept to build up your own house together?
Actually, because we do so many homes, we're meeting so many people and we're using color everywhere, I think both of us were on board for this, that we will keep our home neutral and we'll just keep it very low-key. So that when we come back and we've got so much of clutter of the day, we just sort of feel that calm,
Great. Why don't you take us through? I see this beautiful console here.
Oh, I'm going to let Raj explain about it because there's some story behind this.
Okay, so we are both of us, in fact all three of us are scuba divers.
Wow.
So this is inspired by the waves of the ocean, the console. So that's why you see a lot of sea stuff on it.
Right.
The whale, the pebbles, and the underbelly of the console is again the tones of the ocean, the bluish, greenish,
The colors of the ocean.
This is totally inspired by the ocean and our diving journey.
Wow. So something from your own experience, basically. And what does these paintings, inspire from?
So this is actually a pure brass. These are sculpture pieces from Pratap and Poonam Kohli. They do spectacular work. And this we picked up almost 20 years back. They specially sort of created this for us.
Lovely. Great. Why don't you take us through your home and let everybody see what we have in there?
Come, let's sit and have a discussion around this.
I would love to know more about this space, the colors, the wooden texture, everything looks so fascinating to me. It's simple yet so different. Please walk me through.
Oh, thank you so much. So like I said, it was intentional to keep it very low-key and subtle because both of us, I think the entire day we are meeting tons of people and we're just discussing design and colors. So when we come home, it should be very calming. That was the basic thing that we wanted to get right. And other than that, it's just a collection of our curios over the years that we've collected on our travels, and both me and my daughter are very fond of reading, so we have these collections of our books and bookazines, magazines and stuff like that. And Raj loves to collect some of his artwork, which is that you can see up on the walls.
Yeah, something different basically. We have those piers out here. These were done by Dilip Arts. Long time back, he was exporting it. So these are all limited pieces actually. So
I can see that.
you don't find them, in very many homes.
Yeah.
So
while we were entering, this dining table actually caught my eye. I would love to know because the shape, the structure of it, literally looks very, very different. So what came to your mind when you thought you want a dining table which is not a rectangular or a square space?
Oh God, that's a long story. It'll take me half an hour. So with that kind of
You can
time,
cut short it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during COVID times, when the family got together to play cards and all that. So a rectangular table was a nana because you could cheat.
Good one.
Round table, we thought about it because we always came around, but then I thought we were like boomerangs, you throw it and it comes back. So
Right.
every night we would come out here, and that's how we decided to have the boomerang table. So Devika quickly sketched it, and we
So you can
Loved
easily
it.
tell who's the gambler out here.
Your
And
dining
you know,
table
it really
is.
works as a great working table because during the
Absolutely.
pandemic, we were all at home. And the way it is shaped, it gives you 3-4 different angles.
Yeah.
So
You
face the
everybody who's
greenery.
sitting feels that this space is theirs. So,
Closed,
Yeah.
comfy, right? What about the paintings of the piers that I see there? Also very different. I've never seen something like this.
So again, these are part of his collections that he's picked over the years. They're all unique pieces which we picked from an exhibition and from an exporter. So these are all limited edition pieces.
and even this is made of cotton wool. It's a different art
really?
altogether. So we have tried to pick up things different.
Is it from India?
Yeah,
it is
All,
from Mumbai.
Most
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a
artwork
very-
is
Wow.
by Indian.
I want to understand the color combinations that you've tried to bring in because, like you mentioned, they're all very subtle. But why only this wall seems to be a little darker?
darker than-
Yeah.
So we played with tones of grey and kept it from light to darker. And this is my theory. I like to keep the wall behind me a little darker so that when I'm looking at something, it's lighter and it won't be overpowering after a while. And I'm not continuously looking at something behind me. But when you enter, this is also a focal wall because
Right.
at the far end, I have these wooden shelves. Then I've also got this painting here and a little ledge to offset that
Right.
dark wall. And that, if you look closely, it's a lovely pattern.
Texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's
absolutely.
a neutral space, we've played a lot with textures and patterns and
I
sort
see
of
that.
overlaid things one on top of the other that creates an interesting, feel and look to it.
Yeah. I also, sorry, yeah.
And also a lot of wood. If you see, there's a lot of wood.
There's a lot.
Even the
yeah.
cornice is wood.
Yeah.
Why? Any natural material will bring about warmth. So if you use glass, steel, it isn't warm. It's cold.
Fair enough. I also see a small little, your study corner out there in the living space.
I
Any
think
particular
that's also
reason?
a pandemic baby because of Zoom calls. I had to get a desk done for myself, and I think all of us, we just gravitate towards natural light and the greens. So we wanted to keep it in a space where there will be ample
Close to the nature.
Yes,
In
close
fact,
to
every
nature.
room has a table.
Yeah.
These are small tables, very compact, but good enough for you to work on your laptop.
Love your day bed. Also because it's again close to the nature. I feel like every element that you have brought into this space has a unique identity for itself. But I'm also very interested to know what's that space and what's that corner.
So that used to be a third bedroom.
Okay.
And we just have one daughter. She's not in India. She comes maybe once or twice a year. So her bedroom doubles up as a guest room when needed. And
Okay.
that third bedroom, usually what I've seen, your spare room becomes like a little bit of a junkyard. Whatever you don't need, you start stuffing it in there. So both of us consciously decided to rip open that wall and create a walk-in closet. And just
Wow.
it has sliding doors. So we normally keep it open, and so this light just filters back into that room. Otherwise, it was a very dark space.
Can we go and see that space?
Yeah, sure, please come. So this is the room that we converted into our walk-in closet.
Lovely.
And
Beautiful.
oh, thank you. I know you were drawn to this
Yes.
tropical
Absolutely.
wallpaper.
Absolutely.
And you know, these sliding doors that we did, we infused fabric in between glass.
Okay.
And just for ourselves to enjoy the space, we've done a very nice fabric from cottons and satin. I love
Lovely.
their prints.
The print is
Yes.
very, very vibrant.
Yeah. And you know, the whole thing was that we could play around with this room. It is so different from our neutral color palette. Actually, I love color. But then I just wanted to keep the house so neutral. So this is where we could play with and just sort of get away with that.
I would also like to know, I see multiple rugs everywhere.
So this is, we wanted a wall-to-wall carpet. When you come here, you should have that nice plush feel. There's a little foam under this. So it feels really nice under your feet. And again, he's a collector of carpets. I think he just loves silk on silk, which we
This is, I'm sure, from Kashmir.
from Kashmir.
Yes.
And
Yes.
these are all custom made.
Wow, nice.
The one in the living room is a hand knotted piece.
Wow.
And this is a hand tufted piece.
Lovely.
So we keep experimenting. We have different vendors and designers who are always game to try something new with us. And we are also always game to try something new with them. So it's fun.
Do you think it takes a lot of care and maintenance because you have multiple rugs in the house on a daily basis?
It does. I won't say it's just become part of our cleaning process.
Right.
So Dyson, and I think 3 times a week is enough for us. Yeah.
Enough.
We have a
Yeah.
pet. Zoe is our VIP, very important person, and she sheds a lot. She's a golden
Right.
retriever. So during the summer months, twice a year, the shedding is. I mean,
Yeah.
the joke in our house is that we could make a rug out of her.
Yeah, exactly.
itself.
That fur.
Yeah.
Plus, rug
So-
also, they really lift up the entire spaces.
Right,
They
they
make
do.
it look so warm. Again,
They do.
it's a house is all about making it a home.
Absolutely.
And home it will become only when you are attached to it. There is a feelings. There is a warmth.
Yeah.
That's what it is all about. Yeah.
Completely. Yeah. Are these rugs all pet friendly then?
I won't call them pet friendly. The silk on silk is extremely pet friendly because it
Okay.
doesn't really retain any dander. That one in the living room is the most difficult to maintain. That's hand knotted, it's wool.
Wow.
The rest, but then with a brush and a vacuum,
Everything
if
is doable.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
Dyson to take care of all that.
Our upholstery is almost everything is pet friendly.
Lovely.
So it's very easy to maintain those things. And this, I just wanted to talk about this piece. We had that kind of space, so we sort of inserted this center island,
Yeah.
which
Lovely.
has some drawers that takes care of our jewelry and my pieces that I love. So because they're out there and I know what's there, I can wear it. Otherwise, generally, if it's packed away
Yeah,
and put
I'll show
away,
you. Maybe
really,
this one.
if you must,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Lovely.
So it's very
Beautiful.
easy for me to
Yeah.
just pick something with my outfit and
Yeah.
just on the go. Otherwise, if it's
Yeah.
put away, it's difficult.
Absolutely.
to-
Good usage of the space,
Yeah.
I must say.
A lot of knickknacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You have quite a bit.
Good space.
Yeah, when we design anything, it has to be user friendly.
Yeah.
Maximum utility. Delhi space is very expensive. So we try and use every inch of space.
Correct.
So that is how we plan the entire space out so that it is used.
Right.
Those days are gone when you used to have a drawing room where you would lock it and open it once in a year for maybe guests. No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have a lived-in room.
I would also love to know how you have tackled your space, how you have managed it.
The wardrobes.
Yeah.
So this is his, that's mine. We've done a his and her kind of space management, and Raj can show you the space.
So everybody has a very, very particular way of storing their clothes or
Right.
hanging their clothes. So I like to hang my clothes, my jackets and my shirts.
Beautiful. You stacked it very beautifully.
Yeah, he does keep a neat wardrobe,
And-
and that's why you're seeing that.
What I firmly believe is what you see, you will use.
Yeah.
So when you have small shells on top and the things stuffed inside, they never come out. So I see things. I can pick my T-shirt. Okay, from here, and I can this is specially designed. I love it. I'm very fond of watches. I'm very fond of my glasses. So I have this space designed especially for them only. Then I am also very fond of belts.
Oh, wow.
So I do have a lot of belts as well. So that's how we plan these spaces. And of course, the top place, the top of the wardrobes, is
Like a storage,
like
no?
a
Just
store.
like a loft.
Actually, you need to store away these big boxes. So this is the perfect space where you don't have to access it every day. There is once in a-
Usually all of these luggages are just lying around. So it's a very good
Exactly.
way to stack them up in the wardrobe. Great. I think it's very well planned and very well managed.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at your other spaces.
Sure, come.
This is the
This is the master bedroom. of
Nice.
course, and Indians, we need a lot of storage. So we give a lot of storage. But again, we do have bulky pieces. They don't look bulky because our design philosophy is different. So everything
Right.
is in the air. You'll notice there are no legs.
Oh,
The side tables, the units, the bed, you don't see any legs. There are no visible legs. So that's what makes it lighter. Plus, we also have realized over a period of time that you don't move heavy stuff too much.
Fair enough.
So it's better to mount them so that you don't have dust accumulating. So you tackle two things.
Problems in one go, yeah.
And we also don't believe in keeping any bed boxes.
Yeah, no bed
I mean,
boxes.
I think both of us firmly believe that the moment things go inside that, they'll just be stored and you'll forget about it. So two things, no bed box and no TVs in the bedroom.
No TVs in the bedroom, yeah.
At least the master bedroom. So
Is this a conscious effort that you've made?
it is
Yeah.
a conscious effort.
I'll tell you, I've realized that if you have a TV in the master bedroom, you tend to just sleep and you don't see anything. You are just switching channels,
Yeah.
thinking something will come up, but nothing ever comes
Nothing
up.
comes up.
So it's,
Yeah.
might as well,
And I think your bedroom should be a space where you completely come and unwind. That's why, though there is a little ledge which looks like a desk here, but I consciously try not to work here either. I don't
Okay.
bring my laptop or even any gadget except, of course, the phone once in a while. But that's it. And
So-
the other interesting part is the way we
Your
did the ceiling.
ceilings, yeah, totally.
So you can see how it tapers down and towards the end it's slightly bit more slanted. So the reason was that while living here, we kind of renovated the house in between. And if you do a POP ceiling while staying, it just
Very difficult.
it's
very messy.
it's
Yeah.
very messy, and both of us came up with this idea that we want to hang our lights. So let's just do a ceiling which is slanting, and
Give
so
it
it
an attic
doesn't.
look.
Yeah.
I want to understand, these are ready panels that you have,
So these are wooden panels.
the wooden panels. And how long did it take for you to set it up?
I think 2 days we did it.
That's very
These are
doable.
quick fix jobs,
Yeah.
It's just if you know what you want, you can have it done fast. But painting, all those things, polishing takes a lot of time. They take
Yeah.
10 days, 12 days. We didn't want that.
These
That's why it's
days-
your designer's house, Quick fixes you've done.
So,
Yeah.
these days you get such amazing materials that
yeah,
if you
everything is
know your
available.
materials and if you know what you want, you can actually turn your house around in a much easier and a
Easier way.
quicker fashion.
Agreed.
Come, son, I'll show you my daughter's room, Noor.
Sure.
Not Zoe, Noor, okay? So, this is a very pretty small room, but the best part is what she sees. That is most important. And
Right.
she has things which she loves. She was a ballerina when she was
Wow.
younger. So we have her ballet things out here. And of course, then we have a whale shark. And she's a diver as well.
Very interesting. Nice.
So very compact, very small, a nice study table where she can come home and study, which she does, I think 7 days in a year or something, maybe 10 days in a year. And being an avid reader, she has lots of books. Her collection is out here, which we are not supposed to touch.
Right.
I don't know for whatever reasons, but then that's her collection. And then of
But
course
it's
these
a
are-
good way to stack up your books.
Yeah,
The
so
niche
the-
you've created.
Yeah, it was there. It already existed.
Ah,
so we
okay.
just put the books in there. Books don't take more than 6 to 8 inches. when
Fair
you
enough.
This thing, stack them up. So we had around 9
Nice
inches.
nook. Yeah.
Exactly. And then we have another book. A lot of books are, in fact, a lot of places to store books as well.
Great. Beautiful space.
Yeah. And the best part is sit here and just enjoy
Look at the view.
greenery. Yeah. Beautiful. She's sorted.
And you still have one very interesting space to see, which is our kitchen.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, that's where the food comes out from. That's my
Let's
favorite
check
part
that
of the house.
I think the surprise is yet to come.
Yeah.
Wow.
So welcome to the kitchen. As you can see, the color blue, totally inspired by our ocean travels. And even the flooring, the way we chose it was representing the different,
Yeah, the
how the
colours.
waves are and how sort of the ocean flows. And so the intention with this kitchen was that my cook has her designated space and we have our designated space.
Oh, so this is your designated
Yes.
space?
This is our coffee station.
Okay.
And these are, I just love the function of this one. It's a steamer as well as a microwave.
Wow.
So I'm very fond of steamed vegetables. We are vegetarians, so how many options can you have? So the oven and the steamer really comes in handy.
So the oven and the steamer.
This is the oven.
This is
and
the
this
steamer.
is the steamer.
Okay.
So the vegetables come so freshly cooked, and the aroma, it's just amazing. And something that I use very, very often.
I think this is a very, very useful aspect that you've mentioned. A lot of people don't have steamers in their house.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very, very good
And nowadays
point.
you're getting this as a combination, a steamer micro or a steamer oven. So you have to see what fits the bill.
Very nice.
And then choose accordingly. And here is our coffee station. I'm very fond of my green teas. I'm very fond of coffee. Raj is a coffee buff.
Do you collect
So-
different kind of teas and coffees?
Yes, I have a collection.
Your morning
I
tea,
have a very
morning
dear
coffee.
friend who has a lovely tea company.
Wow.
So I order a lot of my tea from there, get my tea. And I'm also very fond of, when I'm traveling, picking up different variety of teas. And coffee, Raj is more of a coffee buff than me. I'm a typical, tea person, and one coffee in the day is good enough for me. So this is the space where any one of us can enter. We just make our cup on leave on the go. So we don't have to really get into the kitchen and
Entire
interfere
space.
with the rest of the space. So that was this. And, we've just custom made these drawers so that we can put our mugs. We have our cutlery drawer on top. So everything is neatly spaced out.
Beautiful. I would really want to understand why the kitchen is in an angular way, because
Yes.
this is such a different aspect to see.
Interestingly, this plot is shaped that way.
Oh.
And so the angle came out in the kitchen. And it's just, I think the architect did a great job because all the rooms are rectangular facing the greens.
Except the kitchen.
Except the kitchen.
Yeah.
And so the utility and the kitchen are pretty narrow. And that was another challenge because as you see when you come towards the end, the sink and the hob, we had to really maintain that correct distance so that,
Right.
if two people are working back to back, it's
not-
not much of a hindrance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we kept the ceiling raw just to give it that industrial rugged feel. And took
It
these
also
beams
matches with your combinations
Yeah.
of blues and your flooring.
and the flooring, yes.
Yeah,
And so
completely.
there's a weird angle here as well. So we
Yeah.
don't get a complete depth, and we were wondering what to do
That's
with
your
this space.
space.
And so we just
Very
put
nice.
some ready to pick glasses,
Yeah.
out here.
Do you also have your dry pantry in here?
We have a dry pantry in here.
Nice.
That's the dry pantry.
Good
And so-
utilization. Flashback of the tiles are also shade of blue, but I love your blue toaster.
I know.
It's so unique.
I just found it. It was the moment I saw it, I said, "Oh, this is what I have to get."
No, it's very unique, and I mean, it's very nice that you just found it because it's actually going with
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Completely shows what designers can do
Yes,
to their
and now I'm
house.
going to offer you a nice cup of coffee.
Great. Waiting to have something from your station
Yes,
itself.
definitely.
Yes.
Tea or coffee?
I think I'll have a green tea.
Lovely. You're getting one.
Thank you for the tea. And now we are just wrapping up the session, but it was lovely having you guys here. Thank you so much for the beautiful house tour. Your house completely reflects creativity and the love for meaningful design and truly represents what you guys feel a home should be. To have you on board with
Thank
us.
you so much for such kind words and also having us here on this platform. I think that also means a lot to us. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you soon on our next episode. Wait for it. See you soon. Bye.